Thank you very much, Daniela. My name is Melda. I'm the executive director of the Turkish network. Welcome. Now I have two very experienced, very distinguished guest speakers in our panel. Derya Özet Yalgı, Sustainability Director at Sabancı Holding, and Carlota Ventura, Chief Communication, Sustainability and Regional Affairs Officer at 282. Welcome. The previous panel really set the scene for our panel, so I'm very happy. I'll start with Derya, actually. Derya, Sabancı Holding has a diverse portfolio. You have banks, you operate in energy sector, manufacturing, and many more. And your sustainability report showcases a strong commitment to the SDGs. How do you see the integration of sustainability strategy in your own business case? Can you give us some examples that you have a competitive advantage when you have a intact sustainability strategy? And also, could you touch upon, you know that Turkey is a candidate country for the EU, and we are in the supply chain of EU. EU is our biggest trading partner. So can you also elaborate on how the changes, the transformation of the EU legislation and the green deal, sorry, I had it in Turkish, sorry.
There are so many green deals and green initiatives all around the world. So
yeah, and can you also elaborate on how that affects your business too?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, thank you, Melda. And also it's a pleasure to be here with the different networks around the world. First of all, Sabancı is an investment holding. It's a 10 billion plus investment holding operating in 14 different countries, including Turkey, EU, and also US. We have very diverse businesses, from banking to insurance to materials manufacturing, bus manufacturing, energy infrastructure, and etc. So it's really diverse. And I am also, to mention about my role, I am sitting at the investment holding, overseeing the sustainability performance of our group companies. So the competitive advantage, I think it impacts both the bottom line and also the top line growth of businesses. And I will look at this question from two different perspectives. So one of them is about protecting the value of our companies. Because imagine that we have many diverse businesses, and if they don't invest in energy efficiency, if they don't invest in good governance practices, and if they don't do good risk management practices, then it would discount from their value. There are very simple examples. One of them is very common. For instance, you know that CBAM is also impacting many countries around the world, including Turkey, and we have also manufacturing facilities that export to EU. If they don't invest in carbon and energy efficiency, then of course their businesses would be impacted. But there is a more kind of striking example that our CEO also gave. So we have a subsidiary called Kortsa. They are providing reinforcement material, and they provide 1/3 of all tires, automobile tires around the world, and also they provide reinforcement material to 2/3 of all aircrafts around the world. And they have a facility in Thailand, and it was flooded 2 meters high, and they were not able to operate for a long time. And what we did is to establish a bridge between the US and Thailand, and this is how we continued our operations. So this is an example of the physical risks of the climate, which we are now talking about the overshoot period, so I think it matters. The more interesting part is the value creation part. So we have realized that the net zero transition will require a significant change in 3 different infrastructures: built environment, mobility, and also energy infrastructure. And we have made a decision a couple of years ago that we will allocate the majority of our capital in 4 areas. So materials, new and advanced materials, sustainable materials, energy and climate technologies, mobility, and also digital infrastructure like cloud or data centers. So we are able to capitalize on the growing demand, even if we overshoot the 1.5 degree, because still the demand will be there. We have to transform. And also, when I look at our businesses, the adjacencies that they are growing, or the new business lines that they are creating, or the new products that they are developing, is all around these four themes. I will give you another example on Enerse Energy. We have a transmission and distribution company in Turkey, and they are providing services to more than 10 million customers, which means Greece or Portugal. What they did is that they transformed their business from a traditional transmission and distribution company to an energy solutions company, where they have now the largest and fastest e-charging network of Turkey, and also they are providing different sustainable energy solutions to their customers. So they are really transforming their businesses. And what happens is that we diversify our business not only in terms of products, but also in terms of geographies. Like we are tapping into new incentives, like the IRA in the US, or under the Green Deal, we are benefiting the incentives. We broaden our investor base, for instance, in IPOs. Also, we reduce the cost of capital, benefit longer-term maturities, and we have realized also valuation gains. We were seeing it in energy business, but now we see it in other industries as well. And lastly, to answer your competitiveness question, I mean, Turkey has the potential to be a green supply chain partner, but also we have operations in the EU, building materials and also composites materials. And they are transforming their businesses, benefiting from green incentives, and also they are like investing in new areas like sustainable insulation or building materials. So all of these are bringing us competitive advantage, Melda.
Thank you very much, Darya.
It has been a bit long answer, but
but it was. I think you gave
Be
it.
shorter, don't worry.
I'm sorry to steal your time. Yeah.
Thank you again. So I'll give the word to Carlota. So we saw that 26% of the companies in the study are still not measuring and evaluating their contributions to sustainability. And I know, and I've seen your report, A2A, and if you I highly encourage, if you haven't seen it, check A2A's report, that it's very data rich. We know that actually the report is an end product of a whole transformation in the company. It's an ongoing transformation. How did you initiate this transformation in your organization in terms of systems, culture, and data collection? And what challenges did you face, and how did you overcome them?
Thank you. First of all, thank you very much for inviting me. I'm very happy to be here to represent the Italian network. Just a couple information about A2A. We are a so-called multi-utility company. That is something, let's say, only in Italy, and maybe there are also 2 multi-utilities also in Germany. Multi-utility means that we do a lot of things. We are in charge of 2 pillars in the industrial plan, that is energy transition and circular economy. So these 2 businesses are very close to ESGs and SDGs, of course, because at the end of the story, we decided that our mission is to be a life company, because we are, let's say, we provide water and electricity and gas and waste collection and waste treatment and smart cities, and so many opportunity to take care of the quality of life of our clients and citizens. 2 figures. We are, let's say, our turnover is about 15 millions per year, and billions. And the market cap is about 6.5 billion. We have a 10 years plan, more than 10 years, because we have a strategic plan that target 2035, and we have about 22 billions of investments. So of another, let's say, thing that we have to understand about A2A and why we can work with such mission to be compliant with SDGs and ESGs is that two cities are our shareholder. They have the control of the company because these two cities has about 50% of the share on the market, and the rest is public. So they are patient. They are not a fund, equity fund, or so. And this is very important for us because we started in 2009 to collect data and to publish a sustainability report. That's 9 years before it became mandatory. And this is why we decided to be very transparent, to be very open to the stakeholder in giving all our figures, all our numbers, everything we are doing, all our actions. And this transparency is against greenwashing, of course, but to have this clear frame and picture of the situation of the company is it's very important, it's crucial to build the strategic plan, to have a mission and a vision for such complicated company. And so these guys, Manuela Baudana and her team, they started working on these topics very early, very early. They were front runner, and one of the, let's say, not a lot, big company in Italy starting to deal with this opportunity. This is the reason why now we are talking about directive, Green Deal, and so many directives coming from Europe, you know. But we feel to be ready for the CSRD, and we have started working on the CS3D. Because we have this heritage, we have this experience, and let's say we started working on the CSRD 2 years before, and we just launched the pilot 1 year and a half before the target data, and this is the reason why I think we feel confident with this directive, let's say. Finger crossed. But to monitor, to collect the data, to have a clear process is mandatory not only for the directive, but also for write your strategic and sustainable plan.
Thank you very much for your comments. We at the Global Compact, you know that every single member has to report annually what they've been doing in terms of the 10 principles, and now we have the new digital COP, which is the core of our value proposition and our combat against greenwashing as well.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. So I'll turn to Daria again, and in the report we see that the companies are setting targets, and we see that 18% of the companies have already met their targets. 72% are on track, which is really good news. But overall, when you look at it, the SDGs are globally, we are also off track of the SDGs. So what do you think? How can we accelerate our efforts, and what's actually the root cause of this slowdown? And how can we...
I mean, I can maybe respond from my own experience, because I have been working in the financial industry, non-financial industry. Also, we have been in touch with the investors, and we see that there is an erosion of trust on this issue. And there are a couple of reasons for that. One of them is that some of the companies are now declaring that they won't be able to meet their targets in the midway. So due to several issues. And of course, there is this politicization of ESG in around the world. This is also another factor, and also the changing agendas like the war in Gaza and war in Ukraine. This is also leading to the reconsideration of ESG as a priority among many companies. So I think that's one thing. The other one is that the data we used to disclose were not beneficial to many of the investors because they are interested in risk and returns. And we should accept that some of the externalities, like the loss of biodiversity, there will be internal risks, but we will not be able to quantify perfectly. And when we are not able to show this risk and return of our investment in biodiversity to the investors, it doesn't make any sense. So I believe, this is my own view, but sustainability or our impact on nature should be part of the fiduciary duty. Otherwise, we won't be able to make it because we have so little time to achieve a very steep reduction. And we are, just talking about the reporting, how we can enhance, but, the system is not aligned with the, ambition. So I think this is the root cause that I can find.
Thank you very much, Daria. That was really mind-opening, if I might say. Do you have any comments on this?
She's totally right. I totally agree.
And maybe, Melda, one thing. Also, I hear from B2C businesses that the customers are not willing to pay green premium because of the inflation, high inflation around the world. And that's why we need lots of concessional and blended finance. And I think this will be one of the very high topics in Baku this year.
Yeah, it's going to be one of the top topics, true. Coming to you, Carlota, so how does your company ensure that the chosen indicators are relevant and they are reliable and aligned with your strategy? And have you had any challenges, like Daria said, with your investors explaining the indicators and the strategy combined? Did you have any challenges there?
As I tried to tell you, we are such a complicated company, such a complicated group. So it's very clear that we cannot have one KPI. We have so many KPIs to give a transparent picture of our company. And, disclosure is very difficult because you have to find the relevant KPI, be transparent in collecting the data, and be honest in reading this data and giving the right interpretation. So what we decided is to have a process bottom-up, never top-down. The only target we gave to our colleagues in the business unit was the green gas emission. All the other targets are fixed bottom-up, so we think they are, we can reach this target because we work honestly on those. The other, I think one important thing is that all of our managers has the SDGs targets in our MBO, in our long-term incentive. So we are committed in reaching these targets that are not only environmental, of course, also, D&I and many different targets in the different business unit of the company. Now we are also preparing this transition plan to better understand what we can really do to improve our company performance and the capex that we need, because all the time money, is crucial. And it's crucial for the consumers, it's crucial for the company in investing, it's crucial to be sustained by the government, it's crucial to be, be sustained in terms of permitting. If not, we cannot reach, the future that we need. I think this is I think in short, we prepare the process, and honestly try to fix the relevant KPI for the company and for the customers, for the environment.
Thank you very much. And last round, I just want to hear your thoughts for 2 minutes. Both Sabancı Holding and A2A are recognized as leaders in their sectors. How can companies leverage their influence and expertise to inspire and mobilize others towards SDGs?
I'm very proud of this program because we have a very interesting program. Let's say in Italy, we are, let's say, really one of the best solutions to talk and to our stakeholder or everywhere in Italy. So we have 14 multi-stakeholder meetings, but they are not only meetings. We decide together with the stakeholder, that means many different kind of people we are going to meet, customer, but industry and competitors and suppliers and many different reality. We decide together what can be the next step to afford and to put in place in activities. So this is a kind of education, of course, but it's also a kind of find concrete solution for the next steps. This year we are talking about CSRD, because there's the small companies, small and medium company are, let's say, are not well prepared to face this new directive that needs money and competence. We are talking about biodiversity, but we talk a lot about education, and we have a very strong program in the schools. We reached more than 100,000 students last year. Yeah, a lot of students, yeah, with programs. And we talk to the students through the teachers. We have, let's say, also a platform online to continue talking to the students and to the teachers. And they are involved in visiting our plants with our engineers or our technicians. They try to explain to the children, not only children, to the students up to the university, how our business run and what can be the impact on the environment, on the people, on the territories. So it's a very good job that we do. We have a small team of 4 girls, very committed, and let's say very good. And this is something that the institution and the people recognize us as a commitment.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. So this is a very good way to, to expand our impact. I totally agree. Maybe I can add 2 more things. One of them is, our companies are first learning how to decarbonize themselves and start offering such products to their customers to decarbonize them. I think this is, as businesses, this is the fundamental thing that we should do. I mean, this is the case for energy, this is the case for our building materials companies. And the second one is to, create new partnership models in the ecosystem. And I can give one specific example on this. We have a company which created a new bonding material which avoids hazardous material like formaldehyde. But before, the industry standard was using the material that includes the formaldehyde and other hazardous materials. So what they did is that they offered this formulation free of charge as the patent, but the only prerequisite to take this patent when you take it and you make an enhancement, then you have to disclose it as well for free. So this is, I mean, that kind of, accelerators or the multiplier effect that we need.
We need new, not only new ideas, but new ways of working with people too.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I learned so much today. Thank you for joining us. And I gave the mic to my colleague, Christina. Thank you.